While Kylie Jenner has always been pretty secretive about the surgery she got, she's always been pretty open about the insecurities she has about her body. All the time, everybody thought that it was just because she was feeling not as pretty as the other members of her sisters. And even more importantly, what did Kylie expose about her sisters that might have destroyed her entire self-esteem? This is exactly what we are going to find out in today's video. So make sure to stick around until the end so you don't miss a single juicy detail. We all know the Kardashian-Jenner family is incredibly focused on the way how they look, and because of that, they always find themselves in the middle of weird situations. I mean, we probably can't count how many times there have been weird Photoshop fails about this family. However, all the time we thought that this was because they just want to show the world how beautiful and pretty they are. But it seems that there's a deeper reason why the Kardashians are constantly seeking for approval from others, and why they want to be the best looking ones, and it isn't what we all thought it was. Because in reality, it seems that the sisters of the Kardashian family have some kind of internal fight on who is the prettiest, and as soon as there is someone that isn't as good looking as them, they slender them. And this is exactly what happened to Kylie Jenner. Personally, I don't think there is anything wrong with trying to look pretty, but I think it gets problematic when a lot of young girls would do anything to look like you. And I think there is no better example than Kylie's infamous lip challenge that went viral back in 2015, but recently got a weird revival. I don't know who came up with this lip challenge, and I'm not sure if it started up as a joke. But at some point there were people that really thought that if you follow the challenge, you could get lips like Kylie. Now, before I go ahead and explain to you how the challenge works, I just want to give a quick disclaimer to not try this at home because you could really hurt yourself and it's just stupid. But in general, it works this way that you'd be sucking your lips into a bottle or a jar for a couple minutes. Again, while most people understood that this was just a joke, there were some people that really believed they could get lips like Kylie and suck their lips into a bottle for over an hour, which left them with damages that sometimes couldn't be undone. And while Kylie never claimed that you could get lips like her if you followed that challenge, she claimed that she never had any surgery on her body. Now please keep that in mind because it's going to be important later on. When the lip challenge went viral, there was a ton of hate towards Kylie because she didn't try to stop it, but after a few weeks, the pressure got too much and she decided to post on Twitter. I'm not here to encourage people and young girls to look like me or to think this is the way they should look. I want to encourage young girls like me to be themselves and not be afraid to experiment with their looks. This is what I think is funny, because even after she was indirectly responsible for countless young girls hurting themselves, she never admitted that she had any surgery or even fillers. The reason why she was keeping that lie alive is probably because she could sell more of her Kylie Cosmetics products to keep the fake idea alive that you could now look like her if you just keep buying her products. Now, in 2023, during an interview, she revealed that she got plastic surgery in a very mild way and that she got fillers. She told the magazine, "I think a big misconception about me is that I've had so much surgery on my face and that I was some insecure person, which I really wasn't." Later in the interview, she added, "Yeah, I love full lips and wanted full lips. But growing up, I was always the most confident person in the room. I was the girl performing for everyone. I had my one lip insecurity thing. So I got lip filler and it was the best thing I've ever done. I don't regret it. But I always thought I was cute." In another interview, she also revealed, "People think I fully went under the knife and completely reconstructed my face, which is completely false. They don't understand what good hair and makeup and fillers can really do." Now, all the time people have been asking themselves why she was so obsessed with looking good, and there have been all kinds of wild theories why that was the case. And I have to be honest, I thought all the time that she just wanted to look as good as her sisters, and there was no one really pressuring her to change. However, we got the truth about this in one of the recent episodes of The Kardashians, where Kylie called out her sisters for body shaming her, and especially Kim didn't look really good. In the episode, Kylie and Khloe started speaking about the insecurities they've developed about their faces and bodies over the years. And while there was pressure from the general public, it seems their sisters played a way bigger role in that. I mean, sure, you have some kind of internal pressure when all your sisters are extremely good looking. But I never thought that they'd be going that far to body shame each other. But it seems like I was wrong. And because of the way they are treating each other, they have developed massive insecurities. I mean, Kendall is so insecure that she recently posted an Instagram story where she was treating to block everyone that is making fun of her toes. To me, this is also the reason they are always trying to be in the center of attention, and it doesn't matter to them what it costs. I mean, just in the last 2 weeks, the Kardashians have probably been involved in more drama than normal people in their entire life. From Kim Kardashian trying to flirt with married men to Khloe's pregnancy, and all the drama around it. It just seems that this family simply can't exist if they are not in the spotlight of attention. Now, in the new episode of The Kardashians, Kylie has talked about a rather unusual body part she had insecurities all the time, which has been her ears. In the episode, Kylie talked in a very intimate moment about the insecurity she had with her ears because Kim and her other sisters would constantly make comments about her ears, and therefore she was too insecure to wear her hair up in public. I was so curious about this statement that I looked it up and it was really true. If you take a look at the pictures of her from like 2010 to 2018, in most of the cases she wore her hair in a way, so you couldn't see her ears. During the conversation, she said, "Isn't it interesting how you guys don't realize how you always talked about my ear?" And Khloe replied, "I talked about your ears because I love them." Kylie then replied, "But I didn't receive it like that. I received it as like everyone is making fun of my ears, calling me dopey, and I'm like, that fucked me up. I never thought about my ears, and then for like 5 years, I never wore an updo." Personally, I think it's pretty sad to see that sisters inside of a family are mocking each other instead of building each other up. And luckily in this case, Kylie lost her insecurities with the birth of her first daughter, Stormi. Later in the show, she then also added, "And then I had Stormi, and she has my ears, and it made me realize how much I love them. Because I'm like, wow, if I'm insecure about my ears. And I think my daughter is the most beautiful thing ever. Now, I wear an updo like every carpet." Honestly, if such a small thing like the ears of someone is already a reason to shame their own sister, I don't even want to know what happens if there is something really not looking good on one of the sisters. And to me, it's also no wonder why they have such insecurities if they can't even depend on the support of their own family. But what do you think about this entire situation? Do you think Kylie is just being oversensitive, or is this family just too much? Let me know down in the comments. And with that being said, thanks for watching, and until next time.